There we go. So what I'm gonna do now is let me create a note. I have been planning on doing this. I'm gonna create a note that I can then share with you guys. The first app I'm gonna talk about again, guys. I'm gonna do a little bit of don't worry. I'm gonna show you some Final Cut Pro. I'm gonna show you how I create like a good piece of content that I believe should be automatically posted to my page. Okay. I actually got a little homework. I got to do some content for like the CT Barber Expo. Actually, Tyreek, if you could text me one of those new headshots you got.
What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I got
I
you,
need one of
player.
those. I think I might. Yeah, just send me something
I'm
while I
gonna
keep
send you
talking.
something right now.
And what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna do this live on this webinar. I'm going to create that piece of content. I'm gonna create it quickly. I'm not gonna go through all the like exactly the size and the. I'm gonna say it. You guys can pay attention. Write it down if you want. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create this piece of content. And in the next webinar, the content creator, I'm going to move much slower when I create the piece of content, basically. Okay. But right now, for instance, Tyreek is going to the CT Barber Expo. Right? You had a conversation with Jay. You're going to do a class.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's going
Awesome.
down, baby.
It's going down. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a video that says Tyreek is going to be. You can just text it to my phone.
I'm sending
Tyreek,
it to you right now, player. You
no
just
problem.
got it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a video, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it to the software. Ooh, this looks fine. So I got this picture of Tyreek. All it is a photo. Let's go ahead and look at that photo. All right. Sorry, guys. Give me a second.
Oh, I think he's trying to get Gizmo to calm down.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. So here goes that photo, guys. You guys see that photo, right? Okay. So this is the image. The first thing I'm going to show you guys is I'm going to show you a website where I'm going to get a template. Okay. Let me bring up the website, guys. You guys want to write it down if you're paying attention? I'm going to make a note of it over here. Motion VFX. Okay, is motionvfx.com. There's two websites, and this is in order to get your templates. Motionvfx.com. Okay, they're about $50 for a template that you can plug in to Final Cut Pro. So Motion, there it goes. So I'm going to go to this website. This website is so now, so I already have an account with them. We'll go ahead and log into my account. All right, so I'm gonna copy and paste this on a note, and then I'm gonna send out the note to you guys so we can keep track of all the websites we're going to. So the first one is Motion VFX. Okay. Now this website, what it does, it has different projects. If I go here to templates, Motion, see that it says Motion Final Cut Pro X. Okay, that means that the content that I get from here can actually be recreated inside of Final Cut Pro. They're gonna give me a file that when I open it in Final Cut Pro, it's automatically going to work. There's not going to be there's no coding involved, none of that, okay? So this is where I go to get some templates, Motion VFX. I go to another website as well, Envanto. It's called, they actually have Envanto's, it's a little hard to find. I'm not going to lie. If you Google Envanto, you're going to get a bunch of different things. So I'm going to write that down because it's actually elements.envanto.com. Okay? Same thing. These two websites, these are the ones that I use, and you can go on here and type in iPhone, Motion, Final Cut, and things will pop up. So they're going to give you mock-ups. So they're going to give you Photoshop. These are graphic templates. They're actually built for Photoshop. Okay? So you can go on here. DA the Barber mentioned earlier that his daughter's doing like bouncy houses. This is where you can go to get a strong template of different things that you can create. So here goes one. It's a mobile app presentation. I might have to I don't even think I got this one. I need that. So there it goes. So it's playing the video. You could edit that text. You would put your logo there. There goes the phone. It kind of just bounces in. And then you would add your screenshot. Okay, so this is the template. This is what I'm seeing, right? Oh, awesome. It's showing it. Then I can put some text over here. So this is how it works. Breaking up a lot. Is anyone else having this problem? So viewer 65 says it's breaking up a lot. Is anyone else having this problem?
It was a little bit. It was a tiny bit of lag, but it's pretty clear for me.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so Uppercuts 909. Remember, guys, write down these websites. Okay, so once I get this, let's say I already have other ones in my computer. So once I get this file from Envato or Motion VFX, okay, then I'm going to now go to Final Cut Pro. Okay, Final Cut Pro is basically could you send me them to us? Yes, Uppercuts 909. I'm putting together a note on my iPhone of all the links for the different templates, things like that. Don't worry about that. But if you guys can take notes, you do it yourself. So here goes. I'm going to start this all the way. I already have project names. Okay. Now, guys, I'm going to fly through this part because this is where I'm going to move very slowly on this when I do the next webinar. It's going to be exactly these formats and exactly I'm going to create this very quickly. I've been doing this for 20 years, so it's going to move very quickly. Ricky, this is how I did your videos, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create...
Now, wait.
Yes.
I know you said you're going to be quick, but for the next webinar, they're going to get this in slow motion.
All this is slow motion. All this is super slow motion. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a new project. I'm going to customize the project, and I'm going to change the format, which is the actual size. This is the actual size to create a good story video. So there it goes. It's called Untitled Project. I'm going to rename that to Tyreek at CT. Name whatever I want. What you'll notice here is in my screen is black. When I double click it, you see how my frame just changed. So I already have my plugins installed. So here goes my Motion VFX plugins. Here goes my M stories. These are some story videos that I have, right? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take that. I'm going to drop it in here. I'm going to make this very quickly, guys. It's less than 2 minutes. I'm going to have this done. All right. So boom. Now I got my image. Did you see how easy that was? Boom. There goes the image. And it just kind of distorted a little bit with some colors. And I can edit this. So let's say Tyreek Jackson. And I can bring down the size of my font. Tyreek Jackson. Here, I can kind of move this around now. Then I got this other piece of content. This is like a little bar. I can kind of just distort that a little bit. And there you go. Now I have this cool image. It says here, there's another piece. So it says live free. So I'm going to put CT Barber Expo. Boom, right? Because that's where it's going to be. And here goes that little one there. Boom. I just created this sick, cool video. Took me a few seconds. But you know what? That color don't really make sense. CT Barber X was like gray, black, and white. So I'm going to go ahead and make that little circle black. There you go. So now it kind of fits the theme. Okay? So Tyreek Jackson, CT Barber Expo. Boom, done. I'm going to go ahead and export that. What I do is I hit Command E again, guys. Command E on my keyboard. Tyreek is CT. I'm going to go ahead and save this very quickly. Boom. I know I'm moving fast, guys, but don't worry. We're going to go over this. I'll put it in my SoFlo Barber Expo file. So there you go. It's now exporting. Done. I just did motion graphics, a really cool story that I'm going to constantly... Swan Design, not sure why my username not showing up. Yeah, you do got to... Viewer 65, so you got to edit that. You got to edit it yourself. So there you go. So that is now export. I did that in like 5 minutes, guys. Okay? But I did it because a lot of the heavy lifting is done. Now watch this. If I take that same one, I can just change. What I'd like to do is compound. Anyway, I'm gonna go over that the next one. I go over that the next class. Right. So go ahead, Da the barber. Did you have a question? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and mute him. So here it goes, guys. I'm ready to tell you. I have this piece of content ready, and it is only 2:30.
Absolutely, yes. You can promote your app with this, and if you have it automated, it goes up every single day, every other day, once a week, however you want to do it. That's exactly what we do for Sharper Edge Barbershop. It's what we do for Tyree Jackson. When I'm going somewhere, any events that we're doing, we create events. Eric does a lot of these for, like, say I'm doing Bronner Brothers. They have a color theme. We make our own ad using their color theme, so that way it looks like Bronner made it, but they didn't make it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I want you guys to know, this is the content creation side. I ran through it. This is a 2-hour class. I spent 30 minutes setting this up for you, giving you the concept and going over this. I'm going to spend 2 hours on this next time. The next thing I'm going to show you is AFI. Okay, guys, that's the big secret. AFI. So AFI, this is AFI. Okay,
this is going to answer a lot of your questions. Uppercuts right now. When you guys are thinking about how to post and reshare, this is it right here.
So Concise the Barber, if you want to, I want you to know that you can post your content to YouTube and schedule it to go out. YouTube itself does it by itself. Okay. If you want to schedule content to go out, I don't know if you guys seen these videos on the CT Barber Expo. That's because I was automatically posting them. But there's an event happening, the SoFlo Barber Expo event. Okay. That's coming up, I think, January 26th. So because we're very close to January 26th, I have tons of content going out. It's a lot of the same content, but it's repeating. They don't really have a lot of content. It's their first year doing their show. But these right here, if you see where my mouse is, that's 3 different stories. So that on this day, 3 different stories are going to go out. What that's going to do is constantly keep the bubble. People who follow the the SoFlo Barber Expo page, is constantly going to keep it up. Here's what I'm going to say to you guys, and this is what I told the SoFlo Barber Expo. The reason why CT Barber Expo is so successful, okay, is because Jay Majors not only does social media, he physically goes to a barber school, to barber shops, and says, here goes a flyer. Listen to what I'm saying. He goes, here goes a flyer, here goes a poster you can put on your window to invite people to come to the CT Barber Expo. He's been doing that for 10 years now, okay? Now, what happens is on that poster, this is, again, another way to do the Mess Up Your Timeline challenge physically with people. What happens is people get that flyer in their hand. They see the poster. They go, CT Barber Expo? What is that? So there's some dates and info. Okay, whatever. What do? They're going to see the Instagram logo on that flyer. So what they're going to do is they're going to see Instagram on that flyer. Okay? Now, what that person is probably going to do, because they were just in Instagram DMing their wife a funny video or looking at a funny video that their friend DM'd them, they're going to go right into Instagram. They're going to type in CT Barber Expo. They're going to follow the page. When they follow the page, what's going to happen is they're going to see all this content now constantly. And the next day, let's say and I told SoFlo Barber Expo this, I said, you're going to hire me to do this for you, but even if I have this content going out constantly, it won't matter as much if you're not physically going to people. Because when you physically go to people, what they're going to do is end up following the page. When they follow you're obviously going to do the Mess Up Your Timeline challenge as well. But when they follow the page, the very next day, they're going to get 3 stories. Here on Monday, tomorrow, this is already posted. On Monday, tomorrow at 6 a.m., they're going to see a post. This right here, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit to this. This is a post that's going to go out. Then a story's going to go out. Then another story's going to go out. Then another story's going to go out. Then an hour later, another story. And then to end off the day, another story's going to go out. They're going to have, and a lot of this content is similar. Now, what we've done, here's the strategy. You can see Marvy Marver is going to be at the show. We're posting OG Barbara Walker on this thing. So what we're doing is we're posting a post of OG Barbara Walker on this thing, but we're doing a post of Marvy Marver on this thing. Yes, sir.
Can you put your little mouse icon or something on there so we can see which one you're talking about? I can't.
I am doing that, but I don't know if it's showing up in the join.
Yeah,
do you see that? I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, it kind of just jumped in and out right there. I just wanted to. There you go.
It's a little laggy, so I'm doing that. So what I'm showing, these are 2 different days, right? Monday and Tuesday, right? On Monday, there's a post going up for OG Walker.
There we go.
Then on Tuesday, there's a post going up of Marvy Marv. But the stories, because they delete themselves, they're going up every day. So you see this story, these stories, I don't know how clear you guys have seen this, if you're seeing the lag. These are the same exact videos. But as we know, a story deletes itself every day. So then it's going to go up, and right at 9:45, the next day is going to go down, and the other one's going to go up. What that's going to do is constantly be posting this and spreading the message, the narrative that they want to create. That's why it's so important that when you're in Final Cut Pro and you're doing your editing and you're creating the narrative, it's not just the automatic posting. It's what you're seeing in that post. So now the idea is if SoFlo Barber Expo, the guys that are doing this, goes to a shop in Miami and says, hey, we're having an event coming up, they're going to look at the flyer. They're going to see the Instagram. They're probably, let me check out the Instagram. They check out the Instagram. Boom. Yep, and somebody says at the same time too, exactly. So boom, they're going to see that. Excuse me. They're going to see that flyer. They're going to go follow the Instagram. And then they're going to constantly be barraged with all these posts. In 1 week, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. They have 38 posts going out to Instagram in 1 week. Out of those 38, about 6 of them are basically the same thing, just getting reposted every other day, and they're being staggered. Some are every day, some are every other day, and that's how we constantly barrage people. It's like I said earlier, how much is this app? So this app, I'm gonna say we can look at the price. I'm not sure what the pricing is, but we'll go over that in a second. Let me see if I can get, because I'm logged in. Okay, I think if I just go to affy.com. Affy, not desktop. What I'm showing you guys is, here it goes. You guys can look it up, Affy. Yeah, you guys can look at the pricing. So it's $30 a month for up to 5 inch. Look, they got it as low as $13 a month. As a matter of fact, guys, you guys can even do the free version. Because the free version, I want you guys to see this, the free version does auto posting. It does 10. The real feature here that you really want is auto posting. So once you pay $13 a month, you get unlimited auto posting. Okay? So the 10 auto posts, you get that for free. So you can get the app right now and post something and have it go out twice a week. It's only 4 weeks in a month. That in of itself will be a help. Okay? But if you do $13 a month, you get 1 Instagram, and it also automatically posts to Facebook and Twitter. Once you do 30, if you guys want to team up, you can do 5 different Instagrams. Okay? This is the most powerful. This is what I've been using for 2 years. Okay? I have, on my system, I have, forget which one. I'm doing probably business. So I have a huge account that lets me to just constantly be posting and do it for other people. So the one thing I will say, keep this in mind, and it has already happened before. So for instance, like Jay Majors will send me the login information for CT Barber Expo for the Connecticut. The name of the Instagram page is Connecticut Barber Expo. If he changes the password for whatever reason, he's working with different companies and they're posting or whatever, If he changed the password for whatever reason, Affy will log out, and then if you have posts that are automated to go out, they won't go out. I think I got somebody on here. So this is really what this class is about today. So does anybody have questions on some of this? Somebody asked what the pricing was. We went over that. What else is there? What else? You guys are looking at Affy. If you guys want to ask questions about this, this is where we want to go take a deep dive into exactly how this looks. As a matter of fact, while I'm at it, let me go ahead and show Tyreek here. So this is Sofo Barber Expo. Each of these accounts, Premier Barber Institute. So here goes the post for next week. We got one for Monday, one for Tuesday.
I got photos. I got photos that I'm going to throw in between there.
Absolutely. So I want you guys to know what this looks like. What this looks like is with Tyreek, if we are constantly posting a video of that Tyreek is going to be at the Bronner Brothers Hair Show, it's going to automatically be going. But then what he does is he then takes a video at the school working with a student, right? So what happens is now that content is being posted constantly. All right. So does anybody have any questions on this? Any questions? I want to take questions on this before I move on to some TikTok strategies. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody on there? I know you guys are busy. You're probably listening to this. Doing it. I know people always putting the "my mind is blown" emoji, but that's kind of how I work. I know there's a lot of info. We talked about Affy.com. Now, for some of you who were on the webinar last year, again, guys, if you have questions, let me know. For some of you who were on the webinar last year, we talked about Postable. Okay? So if you guys haven't heard of Postable, again, Uppercuts 909, can I work this off from my phone? Oh my God, what an amazing question. Tyree, he says, can I work Affy all from my phone? Can I do everything from my phone? Can you answer that, Tyree? Absolutely.
So here's the cool part. Now, Eric and I, we work as a team with a lot of stuff, especially with my content. All the other companies that he works with, I don't have anything to do with them unless we're just bouncing ideas off of one another. But the cool part is that he'll go ahead and post 4 or 5 videos. If I want to go ahead and post photos in between, because I have the access to do it, we're both logged in, I can go ahead and dump a bunch of photos. Sometimes he'll post a video and say, hey, Tyreek, I wrote a caption for the video. Go take a look at it. Or, hey, I put a couple of videos up for the next 2 weeks. Take a look at them. You're going to have to write captions on all of them. Or you can go ahead and if I see something maybe misspelled, I can hit them up. And then the coolest thing is that we can move that video for 2 weeks later, just so we know that don't delete it. We're going to use that video, but let's fix the misspelled word or whatever, and then we'll take it down and replace it. So it's amazing, and I can do all of that from my phone.
So great question. So you take pics and videos, and then you take them to schedule content for the week on Affy. Absolutely. Yep. Viewer number 2, you've got it.
Yes, sir.
So here's what we're looking at right now. What you're looking at is Affy on the phone, and what I want you guys to understand, DA the Barber, Affy, very similar.
Oh, wait, wait a minute. You're mirroring your phone right now.
Yeah, you guys are looking at my phone on the computer. So what we're looking at right now is Affy on the phone. Affy was built as an app first, DA the Barber. So you know it was built as an app first. So it's actually made to work on the phone very, very easily. Okay? But here's what you can do with Affy. Okay, here's a list of things you can do with Affy. You can post to your page. You can post to your stories. You can put, you guys ever see, and I'm gonna be snitching on you right now, Tyreek. I'm 6'9" on you right now. Oh, that was kind of pause. But have you ever seen right after Tyreek Talk Tuesdays, there's a questionnaire that goes up that says, "What did you get out of Tyreek Talk Tuesdays?"
Oh, ho, ho, ho. What I used to do was I would, as soon as I was done with the live, I'd break for class or whatever, do what I was doing, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to do it, so I would do it real quick in the office, or I do it out front of the school, or I do it wherever I'm at. Now it's automated.
Now it's automated. So now here goes all the different posts that are going out for this page. You know what else we can do? I can hit right down here at the bottom. I hit schedule, and I can also post IGTVs. You know what else we can do? What if one day you are telling people like, "Oh, hey, come in and get your facials," and you do a story on your IG just live. Yo, let's do this real quick. They do it, and it's a great little funny clip, and it works really well. You know what else you can do? You can go right here to search and repost. You can literally search and repost content. This is live Instagram feed. So let's say I'm right now the SoFlo Barber Expo. That's the page that I'm running. So there goes SoFlo Barber Expo. Let's say I'm running their page and they decide they want to do a specific kind of story. I can come in here and look at their stories. Like, watch this. So here, this is showing me the stories that are actually posted on the page. I can tell you just by looking at them, the ones that I did was this one, and this one. But guess what? This guy right here posted on Instagram. Watch this, guys. Can you see? Is this clear to you, Tyreek?
Oh, it's clear.
This video right here, this is, and I'm only showing you this because this could just as easily be a customer from your barbershop who just got a great haircut, and they post a video and tag the barbershop in it. Okay? So I see it here and I go, man, that's awesome. You reposted it on your page, but it's such a good piece of content, you want it to constantly go up. Watch this. I'm going to choose it. Here goes the video. I can repost it. I'm hitting repost down here. I'm doing this right from my phone. So DA the barber, if your daughter has the what is it, the bouncy houses, and she tells the people at the bouncy house, hey guys, if you take video, go ahead and post it and tag us in it. When she gets tagged, she can not only post it on her page, but come in here and automatically repost it constantly, so that it goes up every day. Oh, look at kids having fun when they do it, right? So there are other items you can add to this. You can tag people in it. So let's go here. If I go to hit this, I can add a poll. I can add a question. I can add hashtags. Okay? I can add these things. So let's say I want to add this, and I want to say, are you going to the SoFlo Barber Expo? This is a poll, just like I would do on Instagram. And one answer is yes. One of my answers is yes, and one of my answers is no. I can literally put this poll up to go out every Tuesday for the next month because I want to. And I can tag the person in it so that the customer is getting tagged every time I post it. And I've done that. So here it is. So DA the Barber, you can add, and what if you have a website and you want people to swipe up on it? You can actually add the website right here. You can do the upload time. So I'm going to upload this today, later on today at 10 p.m. Hey, I already posted this, or somebody posted it, but it's a good piece of content. It's a good piece of content. I want it to constantly go up. I want it to constantly share this, right? And this is what I mean about the strategy. I would do this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna want this to go out tomorrow. Remember, we already got 38 posts going out, so I'm gonna do this just to get people to engage with it. So DA the Barber says, so we go to Motion VFX, create the content, then go to Final Cut Pro next, then go to Affy and schedule the post for 10-year-old. I wasn't sure what that meant.
I think he's saying you have 10 free posts. Like, you have the 10 free.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. And you're not, so just to answer the question, you're not creating the content on Motion VFX. You are getting a plugin or what we call a template. You're getting the template from Motion VFX or from, and again, I'm going to teach you how to edit those templates in the next webinar to give you a really good idea of exact. And the reason why I'm showing you guys this.
He said his 10-year-old asked the question.
Oh, asked the question. Great. So just so you guys know, I wanted to show you guys this because it's a prerequisite. And if you guys have some content, I can build it for you on the next webinar, which is going to be next month. Okay? You can send me a photo just like Tyreek did, and I'll edit it, and I'll put on there, kids cut, whatever, and I'll give you that video. You guys pay for this. We want to make sure that you get it out. Okay?
See, they didn't know they was getting gifts. They didn't know they was getting more
gifts. They didn't know that's what was going to happen. So let me get back to this webinar. So right here, what I'm showing you is I said tomorrow on January 13th at 10 p.m. this content. People already saw this, right? Because he just randomly posted it and we're reposting it. But we're going to continuously repost it because what if we got 14,000 followers on this page? What if only 15 people found this? Was acting up, had to log my iPad. This webinar is recording for later view. Correct. Yes, Twan Design. Yes, we are recording it. So there goes. So again, he posted this, tagged them. He shouted out the SoFlo Barber Expo. Hey man, this is a good piece of content. I'm gonna just go ahead, do that. But then I'm also, watch this, guys. I'm gonna hit repeat. Okay, and now the SoFlo Barber Expo is going to be over on January 26th. That's when it's over. So now I'm going to choose how often this is going to be posted. Because it's coming up, I'm going to put it every day, same time. Right? Because it's a poll, so it's going to get people to engage on my page. It's a good piece of content. One of my vendors are going to be there. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. So that means tomorrow at 10 o'clock, people are going to see this posted, and they're going to be able to engage with it and say yes or no. What that's going to do is just going to constantly be putting up a poll on my page. Hey, are you coming to the event? Why is this important? Because if you do something at your shop or you create if DA the Barber goes in and creates this great post that says, hey, we're doing black mask facials, you can then put a poll on it and say, have you ever had a facial, yes or no? And then people can say no, and then you can DM them and say, hey, why don't you come in and get a facial? There is just these tools are all the tools that we use to be able to come up with these different concepts and ideas. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit upload. Now, I will tell you, when you do this, this is uploading. And what did I do, guys? I literally searched the SoFlo Barber Expo. Look at how many stories they got up on their page. Why? Because not only are people posting and tagging them, they're reposting it, but now they can repost the post. It's just nonstop what they're going to be able to do. Okay? Let's say people are using a hashtag. They're shouting you out. You can look in here based off tags and say, oh, the DC Barber Expo. I'm going to repost this content. So not only does it do posts, not only does it do stories where you can put polls and all of that, it also does IGTV. So Concise the Barber, if you're doing YouTube and you've been thinking about taking your longer videos and posting them on IGTV, imagine being able to schedule them to go out on Instagram, where you can do that with this app. And I would encourage you to do exactly that. Be able to post. So
I second the motion.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the other thing that I will say is that you see this is loading. I can't leave the app right now because what it's doing is uploading all the content. So what you want to do is tell it to upload and constantly. Does anybody got? I feel like I've been talking for a while. Does anybody got any questions? Is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? I'm gonna take some questions while this upload. Does anybody want to talk?
I think they're absorbing.
They're just. Does anybody got any questions? I don't really want to move on to this. I'm gonna talk a little bit about TikTok next. So far, so good. Do you have any questions, Al Hennies? Let me get Al Hennies on the line. Can you talk? Let's see. What do you think? Hey, Al Hennies, you there? Hello? Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ricky, you want to talk? Let's see. Anybody there? Anybody there? Kevin Cordero, Santi the barber. Is anybody there? Ricky. Okay, let me bring in Ricky. Ricky got on here. Okay, Ricky, how's it going, Ricky? Hello, am I Tariq? Are you hearing something?
I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. I'm here. I can't hear Ricky. Can you hear Ricky? Maybe he's got himself on mute. So anyway, we really, guys, this isn't just soaking there. The app is used on your phone was postable. No, Affy and Postable is a website. So let me talk to Santi. Does anybody want to have a conversation? Because I feel like we can go live. Absorbing the content. Okay, no problems. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna keep going on. All right. I'm gonna keep going on. I can come back. Okay, DA the barber, you have a question. Let me bring you on. See if you got anything. Hey, DA, you there? All right. Hello.
I hear you. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hey guys, listen. We are here to talk strategy. If there's a specific strategy you want to go over, there goes it. Loaded 9 of them. I can hear. Okay, Tawan, do you want to? Hey, Twan Design, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually just trying to get caught back up. I had disconnected for a second.
Okay, great. Do you have any questions? I was just talking about Affy. Do you know what that is?
I don't. Like I said, mine was breaking up a lot, so I switched over to my iPad, and you know, y'all been clear ever since.
So let me explain to you. So Affy is an app that allows you to post content to Instagram on automation. Okay? So what I was showing you in the video right now, if you're looking at the webinar, what you're seeing is my Affy. If I go ahead and swipe up on this, you're going to see. You see that app right there? It's called Post. It says Post, but the name of it is Affy. You see that?
Okay, I see it.
So what it is, it's an app. And what you're going to do is you're going to launch that app. You can then go ahead and take a piece of content that you have, whether it be, so I'll go to my photo libraries. So I'm going to look at my photos, my content. It was my son's birthday yesterday, so we were at the skating rink. But let's say I got this. Yeah, so let's say I got this piece of content. I'm going to say I'm going to post this on my page. Let me go to next. I can edit it or whatever the case may be. So here's my piece of content. I can go ahead and write a post on this, right? And I'll say this is actually a picture of Tyreek and MLB show. Boom. And I can put all the hashtags I want, hashtag whatever, hashtag barber. Okay. You can actually save. What's cool about this is you can save different. Will this affect algorithms on IG? Hey, DA the barber, if you want to go, let's talk. Yeah, so DA, I would like to talk to you about what you mean by that. But if you want to get on the line, we could jump on. I want to talk to you live. So I'm talking to Twan right now. So here, watch this. So now what we can do now is we can choose if we have like saved captions, we can choose from them. So there's hashtags that you use all the time. So now this is going to post. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to save this as a post. Look, I could tag people in the post. So let's say I want to tag effects in this post. I want to tag him because he's the one that took the picture. So now when this post goes out, automatically post to my page, person's going to be tagged. We're going to put hashtags. It's going to have that. Watch this. I could also simultaneously post this not only to Instagram. I can simultaneously post not only to Instagram, but to other Instagram pages, and I can simultaneously post this to I Am Tyreek Jackson's Facebook page. When this post goes up, it's automatically going to go to Facebook, and it's automatically going to go to Instagram. Well, it's going to look at that. It's going to the wrong Instagram. SoFlo Barber. I don't want it to go there. So I'm going to choose a different Instagram. I'm going to choose Tyreek's Instagram, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and hit add. Okay. So that's it. I can tag a product in there. I can tag people. I can put the location of where this was. Obviously, it's pulling up. Let's say it's Miami, Florida. So now it's going to be tagged with Miami, Florida when this post. Okay, next. Let's go to next. Now I'm going to choose the day and time. Let's say I choose for this to go out Wednesday. Then I'm going to repeat it to go out until I want it to go out for a month straight every Monday. So it's going to go out the first day, and then it'll go out every Monday all the way up to February 16th. What's going to happen is this post is automatically going to get posted to the page. Does that make sense?
Makes plenty of sense. That's dope.
Awesome. So this is just a straight app to help you post. I'm going to go ahead and discard it.
And how do I spell that? Affy?
This is called Affy. Yes, sir. There it goes right there. I'm putting together little notes. APP, you see right here. APPHI. APPHI.
I typed it already in the chat box. So here's another question. Does it help with the algorithm? So one of the things we did to manipulate, sort of, not necessarily manipulate, but to understand how the algorithm is working, people keep saying algorithm. What I think it is a light switch. And me and Eric has talked about this. What Instagram has done, and this is why we're going to segue into TikTok in a second, but what Instagram has done was shut down your visibility. And so at one point when it was chronological order, you post, everyone who followed you saw it, and it went in order. Once they changed that and they called it an algorithm, what they were beginning to do was shut down visibility. And so now in order to be visible, you need engagement. Not only do you need engagement from people, from other people, but you need to be engaging with other people to draw people back to your page, which then creates visibility for your page. And so one of the things we did in manipulating this is that we strategically picked a time. And for us, we would post every morning at 6 a.m. And because we would post between 6 and 6:15, 6:20, then I would share them to specific groups, and then people would go and comment. And then what would happen is everyone waking up in the morning, because I had so much engagement, when they opened up their phone, there was Tyreek's video, right? One of the first videos that was posted, because Instagram was like, wow, this video is getting a lot of engagement early. You're a follower of Tyreek. We want you to see this content because it might be important. And so that's something that we did. And one of the things that Eric talks about, I know when he gets to talk about TikTok, you have two different concerts going on. You have one concert where there's 100 million people viewing. You have another concert where there's only 100 people viewing. So if you wanted to perform in the concert there was 100 people viewing it, they probably would let you perform for free because there's only 100 people viewing it. But if you wanted to perform in front of the group of 100,000 people or 100 million people, whatever, they're going to be like, no. In order to perform, you're going to have to pay. And so what Instagram wants you to essentially do for more visibility is create push posts to create more content so more people can see it. And they want you to pay to play for visibility. Where TikTok, they haven't put those restrictions in place right now. So you have the ability to start putting out the same content in a different way, in a different strategy, in a different time, where you're now performing to a smaller audience, but an audience who is cheering and paying attention to what you're doing if you're using some of these strategies. So go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys see, there goes Affy. Okay. What I'm gonna do now is, so somebody mentioned, will this affect the algorithm? And we just got that. And then viewer two, do you want to get on the line so you can explain what you mean? Do you want to get on the line and just, that's what I'm trying. I'm just trying to converse with you guys to see what types of questions you have, so we can really get to the nitty gritty of this. That's fine. So viewer two says that's fine. Come on, viewer two. Is this Miguel? Miguel, are you there?
Yeah, so all this pretty new to me. I was not really on like social media, so I'm trying to.
Okay.
I'm really trying to get the content. I'm really paying attention to all this stuff. It's pretty good stuff, and like I said, sometimes it's kind of, because since I also work at the shop, and sometimes it's hard to take pictures and stuff like that. But this actually kind of helps you if you take the pictures, create the content, and then you don't take time away from the customers, and you can do it in a different day. It'll work. It will also I guess it'll more followers and stuff like that, or what?
Absolutely, Miguel. So think of it this way, Miguel. Have you ever been there, you finish your haircut, you're like, man, I need to take a photo of that. But the thought becomes, even if I take, let's say right now, I take a great photo of I take the 5 minutes, I'm going to take an extra 2 minutes, say, hey, wait, sit right there real quick. Let me get a light. Let me kind of take this good photo. Even if I did that, I know that I won't have the time later to post it anyway.
Right.
That's kind of the thought process. So this is where this comes in.
So that's what I've been doing lately. I've been taking more pictures, trying to create more content. But sometimes I forget. And if I feel like I designate a time to create the content and then just go with it and let it go by itself, I think it will be a whole lot better than me trying to remember. Because sometimes you work all day, and then you get home and you just want to try to relax. Sometimes you just don't feel like doing.
Miguel, like right now it's Sunday afternoon at 2:00. Right? This is the time for all the photos that you took in your photos on your phone. Here's all the photos that I took on my phone. Right? This is the time. 2:00 in the afternoon. Put the game on. Hop in your phone, open up Affy, and just start posting those photos. I'm going to put one out on Monday. I'm going to put one out on Tuesday. I'm going to put one out on Wednesday, on and on and on. As a matter of fact, Miguel, do you got any kids?
I have 4.
4 kids. Do you got any of them are over the age of 10?
Yes.
Grab 15. That kid, 15 years old. You tell them, listen, I want you to take daddy's phone. I want you to look at all the photos I took of all the barbers. Only look in this one folder, nowhere else, right? And you say, I want you to sit here. I'm gonna give you $20, and you are now going to schedule the next month worth of content, because I just took 60 photos last week with all the haircuts that the guys are doing. You understand?
Right.
That's what I've done.
And he's actually my assistant sometimes on the weekends. So yeah, that'll work.
Exactly. So you get this app, Affy, okay? You say, look, this is the Affy app. This is how you use it. And I'm going to show you how to use it right now. So you're going to show him your phone, and you're going to say, look, I want you to launch this app. You're going to get yourself logged in and all that. Once you're logged in, it's going to be so simple. You're going to say, look, I want you to hit this button right here, schedule. Then I want you to hit photo library. You see this picture of the haircut? Let me bring up a picture here. See this picture of a haircut? This picture's already in your phone, right? Taking them all week. You're gonna hit next, and you know that's Johnny the barber, right? You know his Instagram is add Johnny. So let's go ahead and hit add Johnny. I'm just making a name up, right? Let's hit add Johnny the barber. We're gonna tag the barber in there, like you're a barber that works at your shop. And we're going to say, great cut, right, or something. And then you could come up with hashtags that fit your area. So if there's a high school down the street and they say hashtag Texas Owls or whatever, you could put We're going to add that. And guess what? If you come up with a list of hashtags that you're going to use all the time, you can just come in here to save and just fill in. Like I was doing the Soulful Barber Expo where we were mentioning It's Marvy Marv. Guess what? If I just tap this, it's going to fill in that entire caption anyway. So all you doing is sitting down for a day, getting all your hashtags, getting all your photos gathered together, and then just handing it over to your son. Let him take 2 or 3 hours posting. Boom, your whole month now looks like the SoFlo Barber Expo looks. Right?
Yeah,
you can also Miguel, you can also save certain things that you want in your notes, like, don't forget to check out the barbershop. We're located on X, Y, and Z, or, can't wait for you to come in, share this with a friend, whatever you want. You can have that copy and paste it with certain hashtags that you want to use for your area, for your market, and then you can also have them tagged at different locations. That's a whole nother level right there.
Yeah, that's really interesting. All this, all of this is new to me. I didn't know about the app or nothing like that. So
absolutely, take your notes, and we do not want anyone to go through this class and not actually implement these things. These things, what it's going to do is, now what happens is, Miguel, when you say to your customers, are you following us on Instagram? You're not going to waste your breath, right? This is why we said earlier about the apartment. When you say, hey, are you following us on Instagram? That's like inviting somebody to your apartment, but you got no couch to sit on. So when you say, hey, are you following us on Instagram, and you already have Affy set up to post every day, now once you get them to hit that follow button, they're going to always be hit with more and more content.
Eric, I think you shut down for a second. I don't know what happened. Your voice.
Oh, I was talking to Miguel. Okay, Miguel, I'm gonna put this on mute now. I'm gonna go ahead and go to can you hear me now, Tyreek? Hello.
There you go.
Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna go to TikTok, guys. TikTok is very similar to Instagram. Okay, very similar to. I don't want you guys to be scared and say, oh man, I got to learn a whole new platform and do all this stuff. No, the same way you're posting to Instagram, you can post to TikTok. Now, the reason why I said to Miguel, take your 15-year-old son and have him post or even manage after, because at the end of the day, even though the software will automatically post for you, you still have to set up the content to go out. So there's still some work involved, right? So if you get your kid to do it, here's what I'm doing right now. We're working on Tyreek's TikTok page. So again, for you guys who are saying, look, I got some content, I want to be able to put it on TikTok. I'm going to show you what I'm doing for Tyreek, and you guys take what you want. Now, there is no app like Affy right now that is allowing you to automatically post to TikTok. Okay, but I wanna make this clear to you guys. I'm gonna take a few seconds to discuss this, and Tyreek kind of preempted when he talked about the show. When you talk about doing Instagram and TikTok, right? So I think I can actually bring up both screens at the same time. So we're going to talk about Instagram versus TikTok. Why is this, Tyreek? You thought it was
I
cool.
already know what you're about to do, because I just know how your brain works. You're going to use the two different programs to
There it goes. So there goes the iPhone, and there goes so we got Instagram over here, and we got TikTok over here. Let's do it. It didn't pop up yet. Okay, that's fine. See, guys, I want you to know Tyreek is logged in like one of you guys, so that he can kind of give me the idea of, whether or not you guys see it. Do you see both phones yet?
No, I don't know if it's allowing you to do it.
Yeah, it's doing it on my end. It'll take us a moment to catch up.
So do this. You know how you pause your screen?
Mm-hmm.
Pause your screen real quick, and then relaunch it and see what happens.
Here we go. Are you guys seeing that? Oh yeah, look, the church barber said I got both phones. So
I got two phones.
And the barber says I see them. Okay, so let's look at. I'm gonna do a side by side comparison of TikTok and Instagram, and you're gonna notice slight differences. I'm gonna point them out. Okay, so first of all, here goes the profile here on Instagram. I think I'm actually logged in. I can go to Tyreek's page on Instagram here. Here goes Instagram. Okay, very similar to TikTok, right? Posts go up. Now, on TikTok, you don't have the stories. Like up here, you don't have stories on TikTok. Okay. You got your followers, you got your views. Okay. So when I go to post on Instagram, I'm going to hit this plus button to post. I'm probably going to post from Affy. I don't even remember the last time I posted something through Instagram, the app itself. I always use Affy. So let's go. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. Let me do the same thing on, whoa, there we go. So I'm going to hit the same thing on TikTok. I'm going to go ahead and grab something here that I can post on TikTok. So we're doing them. Let's do the Slow Flow Barber Expo. Oh, it's having an error with that one. Y'all don't even know what's going on right now. I'm trying to get. So this is the Connecticut Barber Expo video. And then, so this is what they both look like side by side. It's actually, let me turn the volume down.
Ooh, look at that, boy.
So here you go. So we got TikTok now. We're posting to either one, okay? I'm getting these options. TikTok's a little different because it lets you post full screen like you would a story, okay? So understanding the story format. In the next webinar, we're going to go over that, understanding the format to have that vertical video, okay? So here you go. So we're posting on both of them. You can do cool stuff. You can add little GIFs. You can speed it up. You can do a bunch of little cool stuff with TikTok, and you should because that's how people use it. So down here, let me go ahead and so if you see my little mouse on the phone, down here where it says sticker, that's where you can add a little effect on it, like a little cool little emoji. The same way you would with stories, you can do that with actual posts on TikTok, okay? For those of you who are not using TikTok yet, my kids are using this all the time. So let's say I want to put, there you go, I could get like a little dancing person here, and I'm going to add them. This is an actual post. This isn't a story, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. Now, something similar. I can add hashtags. I can add people. When I go to Instagram, I can add hashtags. I can add people. I could do very much the same thing. Here's the one thing that's missing from TikTok that Instagram has. Okay? You see here, I can hit add location. TikTok does not let you add the location. Okay? So that's important.
Not yet.
Exactly. That's exactly the point I'm getting to. Not yet. Okay? So here's the thing. Instagram did not start with going live. Okay? You couldn't go live on Instagram. Meanwhile, Tyreek just went live 2 minutes ago. Okay? But TikTok, you couldn't go live on TikTok either. It's impossible to go live on TikTok. Well, guess what? Now you can go live on TikTok. So little by little, TikTok is gathering the features that Instagram is having. The one big thing that I think is different between TikTok and Instagram is the add location button, okay? Because you're able to add your location. That has created a trend where people are adding the location to the Chuck E. Cheese or...
Both phones on the screen share right now. Going down live on the webinar. Both phones.
This is fire.
Instagram. They're not ready. Y'all missing out on this webinar. I'm trying to tell you.
Tyreek is posting to both Instagram and TikTok. So
Yeah, you're right.
so this is what happens, right? What we believe is that, guess what? In a few months, TikTok is going to add the location. People are. Why is the location so important? Because if your shop is on the corner of, I'm in Philly, so there's a street, Erie and Torresdale. If your shop is on the corner of Erie and Torresdale, and there's a high school across the street at Erie and G Street, they're tagging Erie and G Street. You can go in there. People who are near your location can come into your shop because you like and follow their page. They're close to you. You're not able to do that on TikTok yet. You weren't able to go live on TikTok. Now you can. Once you have 5,000 followers on TikTok, you can go live. Okay, Tyreek already went live on TikTok because he has them. Okay, he has the followers to do it. So I'm not gonna actually post to these things, but that's how easy it is. Now, one thing you can do, guys, if you're listening, please listen up. If you want to post to Instagram and to TikTok, and you are using your phone to do this, okay? They don't have an app, but this is what we used to do with Instagram before we had an app like Affy.
Yeah, this is funny. And the interesting thing is, guys, don't be afraid to use stuff, because when you start using stuff, you learn how it works. And this is what helped us to do this with TikTok. Because what we used to do on Instagram is we would draft the post and leave
so
them
there
in
it
the
goes
draft
right there.
section.
There it goes right there. Draft the post. What that means is that I'm setting up this post to go out. Concise the Barber says, do I literally post the same things on both platforms? Yes. I would say try to just be like a month behind. The reason why Concise is because what we found after using TikTok for 3 months is Tyreek's audience did not follow him from Instagram to TikTok. What Tyreek did was gain an entirely new audience on TikTok. Does that make sense? That's why posting both pieces of content on both platforms is okay, because people who are following you on Instagram are not following you on TikTok, and people who are following you on TikTok are not following you on Instagram. So that's the truth. It'll be good, Concise, if you've been posting content already. What we're doing is we're posting some of Tyreek's old content onto TikTok. This way, if anyone,
because it's new to the viewers on TikTok.
Absolutely. Yep. So that's it. So here you go, guys. If you guys want to draft it, I'm going to go ahead and draft this content. What that's going to do is when I look at, because I'm logged into Tyreek's TikTok page, these are live on TikTok, but this one is a draft. And what I could do is if I click on draft, I will then see a bunch of stuff that I have drafted to go out. This is what I was telling Tyreek earlier, and I think that I want you guys to consider this. Ricky, Alhenny's, D.A. the Barber. How many of you, Uppercuts 909, the Church Barber, Santi the Barber, how many of you felt like, man, Barbershop Connect started on Instagram and they killed it on Instagram? Imagine if Barbershop Connect, who was killing it in 2011, 2012, they're getting mad views. They did so well that they actually launched a show and 3,500 because people are engaging with them on Instagram. So awesome. I wish I would have started Barbershop Connect. I wish I would have did it while it was growing up, because now that Instagram is at where it's at, they want you to pay to play. But back then, it was the Wild Wild West. That's where TikTok is today. TikTok is Instagram 2012. TikTok is Facebook 2007. Okay? I want you guys to understand this. So this is the time you want to take advantage of that. Maybe you can start a TikTok page where you go to some of these other pages like Barbershop Connect or some barber video pages and create a repost page on TikTok. Create a brand. How many of you thought that Sharp Fade was a big Instagram page back then, and they haven't grown in years? Man, if only Sharp Fade would have taken their logo and opened up a shop, but they were too busy posting on Instagram. That's what I would have did. I would have opened up a shop, name Sharp Fade, use a Sharp Fade logo. When they go to my Sharp Fade, I say, hey, we know barbering, we know good haircuts. The cuts on our page are not our cuts, but we can do cuts like it. And there you go. The branding was so huge. Now, Instagram is on the way down.
You know what's interesting is that none of those guys, Barbershop Connect, Sharp Fade, Barbers
Nasty Barbers,
Barbers Inc. TV, Nasty Barbers, they all work at shops or haven't even worked a shop at all, and none of them have shops.
So wouldn't it have been awesome? And it can happen today for any one of you guys. Start a TikTok page. So let's talk about. Okay, Eric, I'm with you. I'm gonna do it. I downloaded TikTok. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna repost content. I want to get content. How do I just rip the content from Instagram? You guys want to learn about that? Because I'm doing this now. Yeah, go ahead.
Before you show them how to rip content, Eric, why don't you show them the difference between the two videos on Instagram and TikTok? Like the same exact video, just did the numbers so they could see it. I know we did it on the free one, but some people may not have caught it the first time. And I think it's a strong visual of how that organic reach on TikTok with minimal followers has done so much more than the Instagram page with the largest audience that I have.
Absolutely. Here it goes, guys. We're looking at this live. You see me moving them. I'm bouncing them. They're going live, okay? These are 2 live pages. Right now we're looking at Tariq's page got 59,000 followers on Instagram and 5,600 followers on TikTok, okay? So that's what we got. 60,000 on Instagram, 5,600 on TikTok. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down, and what I'm looking for is this one video that we did. And because I couldn't see it last time, I'm going to show you this live. So here goes. So this video right here, because I'm logged into Tariq's page, how the views are leaving on Instagram. So this 6,145 views on this video that was posted. So concise. This will give you a good idea. This was posted on Instagram back in March 8th, 2019, okay? It got 6,000 views on Instagram. It's a good video. 260 comments. There was a huge conversation around what Tariq was talking about. And this is why the next webinar, we're going to be talking about how I edited a video like this and created a story and content around this video, okay? Kevin Cordero, that's my man. Ain't that Kevin Cordero right there?
Yeah, that's Kevin. He's on the live. He's on there, baby.
Yeah. He's the guy that Tariq was yelling at the pizzeria. So I'm going to look at this same video. I'm putting it on the left now. I'm scrolling down. The same video, you can only see the views from this area. But the same video on Instagram and on TikTok. It's got 350,000 views on TikTok. Okay? So, Concise the Barber, this is why we're posting on both, because this was in November, but if I click on this one, if I click on this video on TikTok, you'll see that this was posted in November 25th. This was, the other one was posted on the 9th. Or on the 8th, okay? So in the same month, we posted in the video. So Concise, I wouldn't post them on the same day. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say, oh, here's a good piece of content that I created. Let me put on Instagram and simultaneously put it on TikTok. I would stagger them out. So if this video is going up on Instagram this day, then it'll go to TikTok 2 weeks from now. And if this video, I never posted it on Instagram, let me post it on TikTok, and I'll post it on Instagram a little later. And that way you have some, you kind of stagger your content to go out. All right? But this is a huge, huge video. Look at that. 350,000. This got more views on it than Tariq's got followers on Instagram. And the reason why, guys, is because of this analogy that we were explaining earlier. If TikTok has 500 million users, Instagram has double that, 1.3, 1.6 billion users, right? So TikTok has 500 million, Instagram has 1.3 billion. So even though there's less users on TikTok, it's still a lot. Still a lot of people. Okay, but what's happening is because Instagram is so popular and has been around for so long, what they're doing is they're starting to shut down the viewership of their content. They're saying, look, we got 1.3 billion people. Now we have the leverage because everyone is on our platform. So because everyone is already on Instagram, if you want people to see your content, then you're going to have to make it so that you pay to see the one that to allow the 1.3 billion people to see your content, you got to pay for that ability. TikTok, on the other hand, is saying, hey, we're here trying to catch up to Instagram. We got 500 million, which is a lot still, but we're trying to catch in. We're not going to change our algorithm so that people don't see organic videos. And no, if anyone engages with your stuff at all, we're going to start putting it on the page, on the Explorer page. We're going to push it out there because, man, we want people to see it, because if people see it, then people say, hey, have you seen this video on TikTok? And we'll get more users to our platform because we got a lot of catching up to do. We already have a lot. So there's already hundreds, probably at this point, they probably hit billion monthly users. I can Google that real quick. With TikTok, they probably have 1 million viewers. So Dia the Barber says, how important is engagement on TikTok? Also, can we do automatic responses on TikTok? So on TikTok, because the platform is so new, okay, there is no automation for it. There's none of that. But the reason why, again, why we're saying it's so important to do it is because it's coming. They're not gonna. They're gonna. Everybody's gonna figure out how to use TikTok, how to do automation, how to do all of those things, how to automatically respond, how to do location-based posts, how to be able to search by location. Okay, so all of that is coming. So you want to jump on it now before it hits, and you're behind the ball. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, Tyreek? Just about trying to be the first one there. So, as a matter of fact, didn't Gary V give you explicit instructions to come on TikTok?
Yeah, he did. So the thing is, when you're early in the game, you got a head start, especially with social media. You learn the nuances of it, the little tricks, and then when there's an update, you already know how to do it. Miguel was saying, look, a lot of this is new to me. I'm not used to it. And for some of you who have been using Instagram and social media, it's very simple. But it's only simple because you've been working it. And we have found, in the example that Eric just gave, where there's nothing to automate on TikTok yet. Right. However, what we used to do on Instagram, because Eric would ask me, he would say, yo, what are you doing for your videos? And I'll say, well, what I would do is I'll take these 3 photos and I'll draft them the way I want, and I'll save them in there with a caption and everything. And then I'll put these videos, and then I have like 20 drafts in my Instagram draft section, stuff I would teach my students. And he was like, oh, that's neat. And I'm like, yeah, every morning or whatever, I would just post one, and I would post it 3 times a day. And I had an alarm set for me to post them, and that's what I would do. But because I learned how to do that, Eric was like, well, let me look into this. And he was like, man, I wish we could find something to automate. And we didn't quite find something to automate. We found something else. And then I found automation. And he was like, oh, my God, this is crazy. And then he found a better automation. And then I found a better automation. We were back and forth. And then we've spent and invested money on all these different types of tools. And so we're giving you this webinar that you purchase so that you can get the tools that we've used that have been effective and most effective for us, so you don't have to go and buy this one, buy that one, buy this one, buy that one. We're telling you what has worked and what works well. When I went to see Gary V, and he said, how's your reach? The example that I gave was my school currently, we have no Google AdWords, we have no lead generation, we have no search promotions on anything for my school, nothing. but we have a packed out daytime program and a halfway packed evening program. And it's all because of what I've been doing on Instagram, social media, creating awareness, word of mouth, because our students are getting jobs. Those students are telling their friends. And so it's what we do in business. And because we do it with the same fundamental techniques, it's working also practically for our business with people, not just social media. Now, with that being said, when people say, hey, check out Premier Barber Institute, there's content on there. When Gary said, okay, if you're already having this, what you're going to have to do, and he gave me a few instructions on what he thought I would do, but one of the specific things he said is get on TikTok. If you already have a reach and you're already working Instagram, you might be losing some ground if you're not on TikTok, and TikTok has way more quick engagement because it's still organic, and Instagram and Facebook haven't taken it over, and they don't have all these restrictions, and you're going to get the amount of people that you're trying to reach the same way you have already done it with Instagram.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what we're talking about. Let me show you one other thing. So I just Googled it. They're saying, and some of this information is from the end of last year, which is it's always updating. But they're saying TikTok has 1 billion active users a month. Less than Instagram, but still 1 billion. Instagram now has 1.9 million. So again, almost double, but still there's a lot of people on TikTok. And people are getting more engagement on TikTok, and that's why they're moving over. So let me show you this. Here's what I wanted to show you next. I wanted to show you the search engine. So let's look at the search engine. This is the search engine of Instagram, the search engine of TikTok. So if we type in the name, let's say we type in, let's just go with the word Duncan, okay? And then over here, I'm going to type in the word Duncan, okay? So what's really cool about Instagram, which is available right now in Instagram, but again, was not initially. We're searching the word Duncan. We're searching the word Duncan here. When I go to places, because Instagram has places, it can look for nearby Dunkin' Donuts in the area. Okay, why is that important? Because the people who were at this location posted a photo of them in Dunkin' Donuts near me. Okay? Now, if I'm a barbershop and I like this photo, I'll like it anyway. If I like this photo, these two guys may come and say, hey, who liked me? They were in a Dunkin' down the street from me. If you notice on TikTok, that's not available. So let me hit return. So here I am. I'm searching. Let's go back on Instagram. Here I am searching. These are my options. My options on Instagram is top, accounts, tags, and places. My option on TikTok is top, similar to Instagram, same thing. Users, that's the same as Instagram. Accounts, tags. Instagram says tags, TikTok says hashtags. But then they have Dunkin' videos and sounds. What TikTok doesn't have right now, which is why I believe Instagram has more power in it, is the localization, finding people who are local to you. Okay, here's the point that I'm making, because I know DA the Barber saying, well, what about the engagement? What about this? What about that? What I'm saying is TikTok doesn't have it yet. Okay, TikTok, I was telling you numbers like 500 million. I just Googled it right now. It's 1 billion. It's growing at a rapid rate. What you don't want to do is wait another year, then jump on TikTok when they have the places and begin implementing this, and you got 400 followers, and you got 40 followers on TikTok, when you could have gained 10, 20, 50,000 followers for your brand on TikTok. Then the day comes that they add places, people start mentioning their places, you start doing the mess up your timeline challenge. When they come to your page, you have hundreds of thousands of views, 60,000 followers. You don't want to be behind the ball again. We're not going to do that. We weren't, me and Tyreek, we weren't together. Pause. We weren't together in 2011 when Instagram was popping and was on the rise. But now we are, so we're making sure that we're not missing out on the TikTok phase. As a matter of fact, I kept running these numbers because guess what? Tyreek doesn't have more followers than Vic Blends on Instagram. He doesn't have more followers than Rob the Original on Instagram. Tyreek is not killing, Barbershop Connect on Instagram. Vic Blends gets more views on his videos on Instagram than Tyreek Jackson on Instagram, but not on TikTok. Watch this. Let's look at Vic Blends. Vic Blends got the most. How about let's look at Vic? Was it Vic Blend? This is just to give you guys an idea. Again, here goes Vic Blends, young kid, always posting on Instagram. Let me go by users. Vic Blends he's got 5,493 followers on Instagram. Tyreek's got 5,500 or 5,600. All right, let's look at somebody else.
And then the views though, I got several videos that cracked 100,000 on TikTok, and I've never cracked 100,000 on Instagram for what I do, for the stuff that I do. I've been in the 20s and the 30,000. Maybe 60,000 was probably one of the highest ever, but.
Absolutely. Let's look at A-Rod. So A-Rod looks like he's been a little busy on TikTok lately. And on Instagram, A-Rod's got he's got millions and millions of followers. Guess what? None of A-Rod's videos got more views than Tyreek's video on TikTok. Look at how many likes he's got on his page, 32,000. Okay. Tyreek has more. Tyreek has 60,000. Okay, and these are the top players on Instagram right now. The top guys on Instagram. Let's look at Rob the Original. I'm just doing the side-by-side comparison, guys, because I want you to know that the field is wide open. Rob the Original, there you go. Look, he's been a little busy on there. You can see, and I'm looking at his views, his videos, 10,000. Oh, here you go. He got one that broke Tyreek's record, right? 777,000, but as you can see, not as much as what's going on Instagram. Some of them are breaking loose, and he's only got 10,000 followers. Think about this, guys. If you want to create content, you want to put it out, you don't want to be behind. That's why it's so important. So I hope that's been helpful. Let me go in and let me show you guys the app that I use. If you want to do like a repost page, okay, so you see this app here. It's called My Media. If you guys, let me write that down in my notes. Any of you guys can DM me app to download content. Okay, it's an app called My Media. It's called My Media. Okay, so on My Media, what you can do is you can launch this app. Okay. And what you're going to do is once you launch the app, you're going to click on this. Hold up. You're going to go to a website. The website is called savefrom.net. So savefrom.net. Now this app is going to...
Hey guys, this is new to me too because I don't know nothing about this one.
Well, this is what my daughter's using to download. Then to download content. All right, so you're going to use savefrom.net. Oh, we just kind of jumped out. Okay, cool. So once I go to savefrom.net, I'm going to go ahead and go to that location. Okay, then it goes here. It's asking me to enter a URL. Okay, guys, you guys wanted a webinar. This is the type of stuff I'm telling you. I'm able to share my screen in the webinar. All right, I'm giving you all this info. Here we go. At the college that I work at, times like they reluctant to advertise on social media. Exactly. So let's go ahead and go. Now it wants a URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Instagram. Let's go to, let's say, Barber Clips. They're a huge repost page on Instagram. I'm doing this from my phone, Barber Clips. They have about 2.4 million followers on Instagram. So let's look for, okay, this guy's got a tattoo on the side of his head. Okay, what I'm going to do is right here, I'm going to hit the three little dots. You see the three little dots right there? I'm going to hit the three little dots. And then I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to say copy link. What I'm doing is I'm getting the URL of this link. Then I'm going to come up. I'm going to put that URL here. Okay? I'm going to copy and paste that in there. Well, let me say paste. Boom. There you go. So what it's going to do now is going to search for that. Boom. There it goes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say download the MP4. It'll do this because this is an ad. It's like a little ad that it does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click download the file. Okay. When I click download the file, it's going to let me name it. So I'm going to name it Fade Tattoo. Okay. So there it goes. Now I'm downloading that file. I'm hitting save. Done. So this actually opened up right here. If I hit this little 2, I have 2 windows open. I can close it. This is just an ad. It's going to do ads for you all the time. It's a little annoying, but that's fine. So now that video that I downloaded, I told it to download. It's now in my media. I got a bunch of little videos in here, okay? It's now in my media file. Okay? So I've downloaded a bunch of stuff in here. So I got this video here with Will Smith, right? Like nice motivational video. Once I tap on it, it says play, or do I want to do other things with it? Okay? It says, do I want to save it to my camera roll? So I'm going to go ahead and save it to my camera roll. It's now saved in my camera roll. There it goes. So this is a cool video that, let me not play. It's going to blow up there. Okay, cool. But now that video that was on Instagram is now in my camera roll. So if I were to now go to TikTok, I can go ahead and post that video. Boom. I can now post that video on TikTok. Now, the reason is important, guys. Let me explain to you guys. The reason why what I just showed you is important. I'm taking notes of all of this and recording this, so you're going to get a recording of this. Don't worry about it, guys. You're going to get this information. The reason why this is so important is because right now, if you're already someone who's been putting out content, like Tyreek has been putting out content consistently on Instagram, he already has hundreds of videos on Instagram. Okay? What he's able to do is, I actually have my daughter doing this. She's getting paid. She's getting a little bit of money. I went on her iPhone. I downloaded My Media. I showed her how to go into Instagram, hit the 3 dots, copy the link, put it in My Media, save it to her phone. She's logged into Tyreek's TikTok. She then automatically posts to Tyreek's TikTok. Okay. She gets paid $1 per. I pay her $1 per post. I say, look, if you do, 10 posts a week, you make $10 a week. Okay. My daughter, she uses it to buy snacks at the store before she goes to school. Right? She's in 8th grade. All right. So you can set up, take this information. I know Miguel was talking about it earlier. Miguel, learn some of this stuff. Go over it with your son. Pay him $10 a week. What are you talking about? $40 a month to constantly be posting on TikTok and Affy and building up your pages and putting out content for you. What this is doing is creating a very strong position of yourself on the market. TikTok right now, people are not too concerned about it. This is why it's so important to get involved in it now, so that by the time next year rolls around and people are going, man, I don't even mess with Instagram no more. That's old school. I'm on TikTok. Guess what? You already have 150,000 followers. you're not trying to now gain followers. And guess what's going to happen to TikTok in 3 years? The same thing that's happening to Instagram right now. They're going to begin to shut down organic reach, and you will be the one who has 250,000 followers, and everybody will be trying to get in all late, and they'll have 10,000 followers. As you can see, the rate, someone like A-Rod's got a million followers on Instagram, less than 10,000 on TikTok. So the audience, I don't believe that Instagram audience is moving over to TikTok, but TikTok has a very strong audience. And as you build on it and locally people start to go over, you will be the Barbershop Connect. You will be the Sharp Fade. When you felt like you missed the train before, you don't want to miss the train this time. So that's what I had. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to really go into an in-depth, deep dive on AFI. I wanted to go to an in-depth, deep dive on TikTok and Instagram and exactly how to use it. Guys, what we talked about on this webinar was how, if you already have content, if you already have it, how you can distribute it, how you can push it out in different ways, how you can do it consistently, how you can automatically repost it, why you should automatically repost it, and all of that. These are the tools, but you do need the content in the first place. You do need the photos. You do need the videos. You need the videos to be edited. They need to look good. You saw me go over that for about 5-10 minutes in the beginning of this webinar. I'm going to now do a deep dive the same way I did on AFI. I'm going to answer your questions. So what I would suggest, if you guys get some content, some little pictures that you guys can send me, DM them to me. And on the next webinar, I'm literally going to take a picture of you cutting a kid's hair, and I'm going to create a video
motion graphic.
like this, a motion graphic for you that's going to be something like this. Okay? The stuff that CT Barber Expo is posting all the time,
and
stuff that...
And it'll be slower. It'll be slower, more in-depth. The same way he went in-depth with the stuff today, he's going to go in-depth with the content creation in the next webinar. So the next webinar for this month is going to be the same as this one. We're doing this one again because it's the makeup day. You guys are free to join it again.
Please.
Let us know if you want to join it again. You might have more questions as you begin to try in the next week and a half. You know, you might be like, wait a minute, I want to ask questions back on that one. So we want you to join. There'll be some new people who signed up. We'll do that also. And then next month will be the content creation one where he's going to go a little bit deeper. And, guys, this is what these webinars are all about. How do you guys feel, real quick, by a show of hands, because we have a few minutes here. How do you feel, first off, about the
yeah, and go ahead. Tell us how you feel, guys. Please put it up in the message.
How you felt about the webinar today. Just drop some comments.
And make sure you guys post and tag us in the post, okay? And we would really appreciate it if you guys, send people the link because they're not missing out on anything. If they pay for the whole shebang, they'll get this video. They'll be able to attend the next one at the end of the month, and they'll be able to attend the rest of them. So the whole shebang is always going to be there, okay? Now, the other thing I want to let you know is, I think it was Miguel out of Texas, your 15-year-old son, have him there on the webinar for the 26th of this month. I'm going to go tell him, listen, they were talking about some automation. They're talking about like a way to like take pictures and automatically put them on Instagram automatically. Like you got to like set it up, but once it's set up, man, it just goes out. Tell your son exactly that, and then have him sit in on the next webinar and bring your questions. We want to do
Speaking of questions, Church the Barber has a question. Let's unmute him, see if we can hear his question.
Yeah, absolutely. Where's Church the Barber? There he goes. Boom. Unmute. Here you go.
He said he had his son there for half of the seminar.
Hey, Church the Barber, how's it going? You there? I muted him on our side. Maybe he's got to unmute himself on his side.
Check your mic at the bottom and hit that little red microphone at the bottom and see if that'll open you up.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, we're all wrapped up now, but I'm here. Yeah, viewer two. So Miguel did have his son there. Absolutely. What you can do, Miguel, is go get AFI, go get take a bunch of photos for next time, and literally be there, you and your son, and he will start posting for the month of February on right here. You see on my screen is January 26th. He'll be sitting there with the phone. You already got your Affy account, and if you're like, "Hey, Eric, we bought Affy. I don't know how to log in, and what do I got to do?" I'll literally walk you through
it. What I recommend you guys doing the next week is some of the stuff that we already told you to do. Go and try it this week.
Yes.
Try it next week. On the 26th, you'll be like, "Hey, I tried it, I struggled, or I tried it, I got it, and it took me a little longer. What do you recommend?" Your questions will get better. The info is going to help you a little bit more. You might have missed something from the first time. It's just going to be that much more impactful for you if you try to implement this stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. I'm super excited about this. It is only going to get better. If you thought this was good, it's only going to get better. I'm telling you. So please, if you have anyone anyone who owns a restaurant or a church or other barbershops, you want them to get this info. Everything we went over today that we discussed, we're going to go over it all over again on the 26th. You guys will have already used it, so you guys have better, more in-depth questions, and we're going to do a deep dive on it. And then in February, then I'm really going to break down the editing process. Because, listen, guys, one thing you're going to notice about Tariq's video, Tariq's video content, it's not the same. It's not the same as everybody else's. Everywhere we go, I don't hear nobody saying, "Hey, Vic, I want to do video just like you," right? Or "I want to do haircuts just like you." Either you do a funny video or you don't. But when it comes to Tariq, everyone's saying, "Man, I want to educate. I want to kind of get my message out there in the right, correct way." DA the barber, you know who should be on that call? Was White's Barber Co. What's his name, Tariq?
Brian.
Brian from IBA Live. He should be on there because we're going to be breaking down. And listen, if he wants to come over with you, we're going to make a new code. He could come in. I really, really want to break down narrative and how to construct your video and what message you want to get across. That's going to be in February. And on the 26th, we're going to be doing this all over again. But for right now, that's going to conclude this webinar. That's going to conclude our webinar for today. You got to run, Tariq. I know you're in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago. I got to get over to this class, and housekeeping is in here doing their thing right now. So it's time to rock and roll.
All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap up this video. I'm going to do some editing to it, and hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have the recap of this. And you guys go ahead and let me know. Just text me, DM me through Instagram, Effects Apps, if you need it. All right, thank you guys so much.
All right, have a good weekend, guys. See you on Tuesday.
All right, see you later.
Change the sheet?
You don't got to change it. Just fix it. Yeah. No. Kick me out of here.
I'm trying to.